to make something happen. Sometimes earlier, and oftentimes he will even go to the safe lane, make some rotations. So we'll see as everyone is spamming voice lines out the wazoo here.
Well, let's see if there's any... I don't think we're going to see an aggressive start, at least by the looks of it. Game 1 as well was very calm, you know, pick up the bounties and go. But I feel like BetBoom is maybe testing the waters a bit here. Toronto, Tokyo placing a, you know, the cliff ward into the triangle. Mid has been secured pretty well, vision-wise at least. That is a Zeus you are playing up against. So if he gets any indication of a ward, has the lightning bolt, quick, easy D-ward action for him.
Do you even want to skill that? Yeah,
well, you don't want to level 1 lightning bolt. That's
right. I mean,
thinking about
honestly,
but heavily
this
jump
puck,
and arc. Yeah.
This puck Zeus matchup used to be incredibly Zeus favored because you would just max lightning bolt and just spam it on the puck, and you wouldn't be able to sustain it.
Yep.
Wonder if that's still a possibility. Probably not worth it though, because you can't really farm very well in Dota. Mid laners aren't about crushing the lane anymore. They're more about shoving the lanes out and moving around the map. So
battle begins.
Life's different, you know.
Yeah. Life has definitely changed a bit. Rebellion actually taking 3 bounties this time. So with the move into the river, paying off for them. Picking up 3. GPK with the only bounty.
Oh, nice bash.
Their side.
Well, the only thing that would have made that bash better by Saberlight if he bashed him backwards into the bramble. If that would have happened, I would have just called it. I would have been so tilted if I was my fault. Because he did a really good job, like, avoiding the bramble. First it bashed the bramble.
That's how good of a basher is, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't happen, but if it did.
Yeah, sadly, no game 3.
Yeah.
Only best of 2s up till now. We'll see if we end up in tiebreaker situations later on today. Those could be best of 3s to decide eliminations and whatnots, but that's still the storyline for later on today. Every point right now is important for both of these two teams. Quickly going through the situation in Group B is Thunder Awaken is 1-5, Rebellion is 1-3, and now BetBoom, who were 2-2, go to 3-2. If BetBoom 2-0s, they should be through. They should be clean. I don't believe Thunder Awaken can... They can't even match up to them anymore. So BetBoom would be safe to the next round of the road to the International. If
Arteezy is not
this will make a change, but Arteezy is not safe indeed. Pummeled by Pure and Save, but the stick is just enough extra health for him to survive, plus the Warcry armor he picked up.
Did you see Fly's skill build? Is this the build on Jakiro now?
Fire level 1.
Level 1 Liquid Fire? I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just, if Dota's in a place where your Liquid Fire is your best level 1 skill, either that's super OP or Jakiro's trash. I don't... he can't really do anything to help Arteezy with this spell, because there's no, like, turnaround potential.
Yep. Oh, it is super Jakiro, though. I guess he pulls it off with the Liquid Fire level 1.
They buffed it in the C patch, apparently. It does 20 damage per second with an attack speed slow. Honestly, the numbers aren't bad on it.
It's not very bad at all.
Very interesting.
Well, spam coming out from Pierre onto Arteezy with that double edge. Nice 3.5 second cooldown. Spam it up. Meanwhile, bottom lane, terribly getting caught into the first bramble. And that was exactly a bash into a bramble. So Nightfall dropping down to 200 HP. Until Tokyo spams almost every single tango he has in inventory. The TP. Take it, take it.
I mean, if you're not doing that as a POS 5, are you even playing POS 5? That's what I ask myself whenever I lane with someone who's not spamming tangos. I mean, it does matter because, like, these tangos, as far as I know, don't really hurt the POS 5 that much, but it'll slow you down from your next item timing if you have to keep bringing tangos as a core.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Saving Pure thinking about Fly here with a quick blast off, but that's a no. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Toronto, Tokyo, and Crit battling it out, and Willow not looking too healthy. Walks straight into the arms of Toronto, Tokyo, but Pure takes first blood off of Arteezy Sven in the top lane, and a secondary as Toronto finally finishes off the job in the bottom lane.
It's a bit rough here, and the only lane that they're winning is the mid lane. Ovid's doing it yet again. I say yet again, but he actually lost game 1 laning stage. But this game, he is going to just take the laning stage, even just by a little bit, a few denies here. So this puck, as you can clearly see, wasn't really picked to win the lane. It's picked more for the game here. As top lane, they will try to go on Pure. They get the blood grenade.
Killing Pure as well because
they got a dual breath soon.
Like they're gonna be close to getting it, but no, not enough range for the dual breath either. I was like, they are tanking the damage off of the sticky bomb, not even trying to spread, fully committing to trying killing the Centaur. And Save just has these free openers for a lot of AoE damage, and this techie is just being really annoying. Fly is also very low on HP. He's got to be careful that Save doesn't
surprise
Lotus him. He's got
Carry fire and
a stick. Burn it out though.
Honestly, he might just want to die soon.
Let's see. Stun comes out from Sven. That could just be the opener that they need. 3 seconds for blast off, but he's not going to be able to get it off. He's just
Save wants to die.
Okay, he gets the stun on Sven.
Bad.
He pulls Ortiz back a bit. I love the positioning.
Actually, really good by Save, because now, yeah, he tips him being like, okay, you just got him low. I just finished my Vanguard.
And I'm just going to try and nuke both of them here.
How are they on top of each other? Ooh, how does a no-boot Centaur double stomp them at this stage of the game? But either way, as I was saying, yet again, Pure is going to be completely free farming, and it turns out this Shakiro is not as strong. Well, I didn't think it was very good in general, but it's kind of proving to be the case. He's not really able to help this lane very much, as Sven is Sven. This hero's been nerfed a lot. And I think this goes back to the choice of RTZ picking a safe hero.
Oh, they're going to Nightfall and bottom.
This hero doesn't stop.
It's a very long distance chase as well while they're fighting in mid for the Zeus, so 2 heroes in peril. Looks like the Zeus is the very likely kill that they can get, as that TB is back to safety under the tower, and a pause will be called out. They just don't have the damage anymore with these 2 heroes against the TB, but with 3 heroes stacking into mid by BetBoom, they will make Abed pay again. Headphones battery running low.
Yeah, I mean, I use a wireless headset. I know those struggles. Sometimes you gotta swap the battery real quick.
Yep.
What can you say? Some of us don't like to be confined by a wire.
One worrying part here is Saberlight has more CS than Arteezy on the Sven. So,
well, there's more than one worrying point here for Shopify Rebellion. There's the only good thing that was going for them was that Zeus, and they just took care of that real fast. And there's nothing stopping them from doing that again. And this early game is on course to look like last game. But I will say there are more comeback potentials in this game, as Shopify Rebellion's draft does have more tools, more stuns. But you can only do so much if you have a really bad laning stage here.
Yeah. Oh, Crit's going to walk in between Toronto, Tokyo, Nightfall, Mr. Mustachio, and a TV illusion. But the charge coming out from Saberlight is going to be helping him out, and Willow going to get the teleport away. And another Warpine Raider planning to run straight into the wave. Not exactly going to pull the creeps away, because the Radiant's also got their own wave around the area.
Yeah, it's super annoying.
Just these casual pine cones showing up in your lane. Like, what the hell's this guy doing? You know, like...
I mean, they're not just casual. They're like jacked up pine cones.
Yeah.
Like double jacked up. As Enchantress do make these creeps even stronger.
Yeah. And there goes your charge. So is that the go sign? Just out of range for Enchant, so won't be able to catch the Spirit Breaker. Meanwhile, Pierre is doing just what he did last game. Classic Vanguard up on the Centaur. Ortiz is going to have to leave the lane. Last game, at least he had the Luna, so he could like quickly clear out the waves compared to the Sven in the early game.
Yeah, they're pretty similar.
Pretty similar, but yeah, but he's left the lane earlier out this time, and Fly, he's being targeted by Save and Pure, and there goes the jump. The stun's going to be connecting, but no more hoof stun. Still 10-second cooldown. Taser disarm on both of them. Sven won't be able to hit, but now finally turns in the favor onto the techies. Meanwhile, Fly being chased. Pure will get the kill. Arteezy wants this one so bad, but he will not get it. And Pure walks in on the other direction. Hoofstomp comes out. Zeus ulti to kill off the techies, so the job has been done. Abed secures a kill. That's the first one for Rebellion, and that's 8 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, much needed. I mean, the difference between RTZ this game and last game is he had a worse lane, right? His Luna, he farmed pretty well, and then he just went jungle with good farm. There's a big difference between going to jungle with bad farm and going to jungle with good farm. And unfortunately for RTZ, he just had a really rough laning stage, and it kind of goes back to the Sven choice. Like I said, this hero is stable. Like, if you do well in your lane or not doesn't particularly matter, because this hero can always catch up. Maybe I wanted to see a bit more aggression to punish Pure, and meanwhile, it looks like he'll get punished.
It's going to go the other way around here. They're going to punish Arteezy if he hasn't already been punished enough. That's the 5th kill for BetBoom in the first 10 minutes, and it could just be more. That's a DD on the puck, and you can't do much about it. Meanwhile, Crit dies on the other side of the map. Toronto Tokyo with the help of Nightfall without a Metamorph. So just enchant and raw right clicks.
And Spear Breaker's just running around at this point.
Yeah. No coil. We'll just charge away.
Like, you want to make something happen on Saberlight, but I think he's having a hard time identifying what can he do right now. And this just goes back to the point, like, it's a trickle effect. Like, you see the Centaur being picked early, and here's the difference, right? And both these games so far is Pure has been free farming both games, right? And he's been counterpicked in this particular game. In both games, you can argue. Where Saberlight, he picks early just like Pure did in this game, but he doesn't have a good game. So BetBoom is doing a much better job on Nightfall, just getting a specific matchup like the Brewmaster. He countered it with the Lyseer. Now he's countering the Spear Breaker with the Terrorblade. So he's just doing a really good job, just like kind of like punishing the offlaner, where Rebellion doesn't feel like they're trying to punish the offlaner at all. They're just giving Pure a free game in both these games here, and it becomes very difficult because now if you're Saberlight, it's like, who am I going to gank? Oh, I can't gank the Centaur anymore because he has Vanguard, Raindrop, Phase Boots completely jacked out of his mind. Can't really gank mid either because GPK picked a hero that can't be ganked by Spear Breaker. And so drafting from BetBoom team has been really good this series. Identifying all these small little things and making sure the play options that Shopify Rebellion have are quite limited.
Yeah, it talks about their streak this year, how they've been able to accumulate such a high win rate versus any other team in the active pro scene of this 23 season. The numbers speak for themselves. They've got great understanding, great execution.
Yeah,
and looking
these
like
games just feel bad, honestly.
Yeah, like the way they start this group stage off, it's like, how do you answer this team? Because it's not even the heroes, it's just their general understanding of the game that it's making it really hard. Abed will get the snipe on Toronto Tokyo. Quick burst with the help of the Willow W.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo just sacrificed himself to get the mid tower while they're also getting the top tower.
Top tower, yeah.
So it's a kill, and Abed will take him. He'll get whatever he can at this point. But we're still waiting for that decisive fight. That's just like a straight win, right? Not like a trade for Shopify Rebellion. And the map is getting smaller now. What do we want to do? And Saberlight, well, he made his choice. He's going Midas.
Yeah, I guess that's the route that.
Oh, look at RTZ. He's made his choice too.
Big moves. Oh, double Midas, and okay.
You are playing versus the best laning stage team in the game. I guess it's one approach to be like, yeah, we lost the lanes, let's go Midas, but that's going to put you in a situation where you just can't fight. You got double Midas. You're just hitting creeps. We saw last game they tried that. That didn't work.
I think it's really just down to BetBoom. Like, as soon as they understand that they see these gloves of haste popping up, that they're not really making any plays. We could just start choking out the map. They can't do anything to us. It's just, when do they recognize and realize that happening? But they're going to go straight for the Sven in the top lanes. It's still Pure and Sven trying to blow... Pure and Save taking down the Sven, and they do exactly that.
Yeah, the Save
gets punished.
Catching a lot of bullets this game for the team. They do get a rebuttal here, and
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't want to harp on it too much here, but like let's just go back to like why are they going Midases, right? They're recovery Midases for certain, right? The Spear Breaker had a rough laning stage. RTC also had a rough laning stage. Coil missed just a little bit, but that's okay. No skin off his back. That'll just be down for a little bit.
Yeah, don't Google Sven's net worth right now. It's not looking pretty hot. Saberlight heading towards the bottom lane. Not going to really charge this Terrorblade. BB also holding a Midas in his pocket, so his farm is going to ramp up. Still uncontested on this Terrorblade.
Yeah, he's got a Midas too, by the way. But that's like a victory Midas.
Yeah, you know.
It's the same as last game, right? It's like
a golden trophy they're waving at their hands. Like, guys, we're taking this.
Nightfall is free farming with a Midas, but somehow still both his other cores are higher net worth than him because they're also free farming with kills. Literally a repeat of last game of how this early game went. In fact, I would even say this early game's even better than last game.
Yeah.
Just because Arteezy doesn't have any farm. The only difference is now the Zeus has the farm instead of Arteezy. Not sure
I guess the
better, but we're
question,
kind of picking at straws now.
I guess the question only remains at this point. Does BetBoom, Nightfall, and Pure, both of these two, can they play this series unkilled? 705 on the Lifestealer for Nightfall last game. Pure 5014.
The answer is yes, they can, but how much disrespect do you want to... How much do you want to humiliate your opponent, you know? Just going.
They already called them average, Fear.
They did do that. But then they lost to him, by the way, after doing that. That was a caveat there.
Yeah. Win probability.
So maybe their opinion has changed, I would say, since then.
It could be. Maybe it's just their way of painting the picture of how the series is going to go. Nice Tumbler toy dodge there on a charge. Didn't actually connect Saberlight. Already moved away. Pixel perfect.
Wait, Tumbler dodge charge?
Yeah.
He probably just gave up. Yeah.
I mean, that was pixel perfect. That's he just clicked away. He wanted to charge and then move out and connect the charge.
Gotcha.
Like that small little detail. However, Sven's found in the top lane, and GPK would say are going to jump onto Arteezy down to nothing. Coil,
but they might get save in return
for the kill. Saberlight trying to finish off the techies. Zeus coming in as well. Centaur ult is used. It's a trade 1-for-1. And Arteezy's net worth's not going to get any better for the next 30 seconds as he is still in the graveyard. DPK, bit of poke onto Saberlight, but nothing else.
All right, so do you play Jakiro? I'll go back to that.
God, I love money.
That's a question. I don't know if I play Jakiro. I'm trying to understand why they picked this hero. I'm not really understanding. So far,
it doesn't seem like it's getting a lot of Rebellion, right? I think that's the big thing that we're worried about here. But Pure, oh, okay. Maybe that's the reason he has it. At least that's a good ice pat set on Pure. Not enough damage to kill him, though. He has that pipe. GPK sniping the backline. Nice jump from Techies onto Abed. And Abed looks like he's going to blow up. And GPK will get this kill safe. Still running away from Saberlight. There's the bash, and that's going to be enough with the charge coming in. And on to Nightfall they go this time. 1-for-1 traded at the moment. Fear comes out, forces out the TV, but that leaves Fly all by himself. And sniped away by Nightfall. And GPK finishes off crit. Also coils the Spirit Breaker. He can't participate back.
I mean, save is just like collateral damage at this point for all these fights. They do manage to kill him, but he's getting all his spells off. He's free farming. Arteezy picks up a Mask of Madness now with his Hand of Midas, so he's not going to go for an Echo Saber at all, which is a little strange. But I think he realizes he can't go Midas, Mask, Echo, and then BKB. The game will probably be over by then, so he's just going to go straight for the BKB, and that might be the most critical or potential last fight of the game if that doesn't go well, because if you go for an item build like this and that BKB doesn't turn into something, you've pretty much used your only card that you have left in this game, which I think will be Arteezy joining with a semi-early BKB. Because I mentioned it before in the draft, you're not going to outscale this Terrorblade as a Sven. It ain't happening, especially not with a start like this.
Yeah, also the fact that it took a lot of effort trying to kill Pure in the river there. He disassembled his Vanguard that he picked up in the laning stage to finish off an early pipe. And it's just such a fantastic item, this game. I mean, there's a Zeus, there's a Jakiro, there's a Willow. Breaker should be able to finish off Save here. It's going to be one at the same time. They've got the Centaur control. GPK goes down all of it, does get the snipe, and that's going to be another one. Rebellion getting some big ones here with nobody dying on their side, opening up the lane and that tier 1 tower. So Rebellion get to breathe a bit of fresh air for a first time in a very long time here.
I mean, your boy Arteezy there making that happen. I thought he would join with the BKB, but he sees the fight happening over there. TP's mid right away, joins the fight. I mean, he didn't even TP actually from the looks of it. He just ran mid for that fight, and he had to be there. The Sven had to be there. If he was just AFK farming during that fight, they would have not got the kills that they got there. So really well played by Arteezy to realize that he needs to join the fight and get a couple much needed kills.
That could work again with this Jakiro. You know, long range ice path initiation, allowing the Sven to get in. Couple hits combined with the with the Zeus. You can just blow somebody up right away. Even a puck is very squishy if being hit by an ice path into a Sven stun. And this looks already a bit different, you know, because it helps Rebellion take these smaller engagements much more easier compared to game number 1. Because why? They got stuns this time.
They do. I like what Saberlight's doing there with his courier too. He's putting his courier over creep camps so he can charge across multiple camps to farm. Pretty cool stuff.
Smoke up from BetBoom. Closing up from the top half of the map. Nightfall is going to be with them with Toronto Tokyo. GPK save. And Saberlight. Greed is good. Nope. Leaves the Warpine Raider by himself. Crits also around the area, but he has a tier 2. They can dodge this smoke pretty well here. They not sure if they know exactly. Probably suspecting, well, the tier 2 is the wave's pushing. But how close are they? And Safe gets the surprise. But the Shadow Realm comes off. Zeus ulti as well. Willow will get blown up by the mines by Save. And that opens up the tier 2 tower.
Yeah, Techies is pretty good versus Willow, huh? All your spells go through the Shadow Realm, and if you want to come out of the Shadow Realm to kill the mines, well, then you're out of your Shadow Realm, right? So,
yeah.
Pretty good pick there. I didn't really think about it, but leave it to Save. He knows his Techie matchups. He knows them quite
you're gonna have to let that tower fall in the top lane as we hit the 20-minute mark. BetBoom, one small disaster. And the game is actually saying, well, 50-50. Do you feel like it's a 50-50?
No, not really. However, I will say this Spear Breaker with farm is incredibly scary. And you see this core usage to help him farm a bit faster. He has Octarine Core. He's almost at a Shadow Blade. He's got a Midas. This Spear Breaker is going to scale, and this hero is incredibly scary with a lot of items. He definitely is, and this is what we needed to see in game number 1. Saberlight having a bit more farm in the game, and he's definitely picking it up this game. They're sticking true to buying their 2 Midases, farming it up. BKB is on Sven, going for the Blink Dagger. Maybe Spear Breaker's enough damage to kill Terrorblade. I'm not sure about how this matchup works entirely, but this charge, once you get to the point where you have, like, you know, Ags, you have the Kaya, Yasha, you do a lot of damage with Greater Bash. It's magical damage.
This is actually a pretty fast Roshan, considering it's 3 heroes with the Alpha Wolf. So that TB is hitting for 300 right now.
It's a big boy.
A lot of armor, of course, on the Roche, but still, just 3 heroes. That's not a full 5-man, let's get Roche quickly and then try to get something. They're not even having to commit all of their resources for it, which is really good for BetBoom. Knowing Rebellion last game resorted to
Saberlight?
I guess you could say somewhat of a rat. Meanwhile, actually, Safe gets jumped on as they got the Zeus ulti, and they are coming for Saberlight now. Mines placed down. GPK's here, has the coil and the Aegis.
Versus Bulldoze. All right. He went in right when Bulldoze expired. He wasn't even an Octarine Core, so the silence is full duration. They had no way to dispel that. There's no Yules quite yet on anyone, so that was a fast reaction from Save to Glimmer himself, to be honest with you. If he didn't do that, he probably would have died. I was about to say that Saberlight is inspiring me this game. I'm starting to see how Saberlight on Shopify Rebellion could win this game. Because if he starts doing a lot of, like, I have no faith in this Sven, like, beating Terrorblade the later this game goes. But I do have faith in Spearbreaker and Zeus killing this Terrorblade if they're both incredibly farmed, and Saberlight is keeping up on the farm.
Okay.
That's a heart on Centaur, by the way.
Yep, and a defensive stampede, so he gets away from Sven. Despite the Spirit Breaker being dead, and it's just 4 heroes chasing him around, they will not take this fight this time. And one Tormentor already removed. They're going to go for the second one. Toronto Tokyo picked up a shard. And Toronto Tokyo is almost dying there. Oh, he misses one of the hits.
That happens.
Yeah, quick
And it
sprint to the low
goes.
ground.
The shard actually goes to Centaur. Picture perfect. You normally want this shard around the time you get the heart to get those stacks up with a double edge, and you start running around with 6,000 health.
6,000 is not enough. It's like,
Yeah.
it could easily be like 10k.
Yeah, we'll see. But he does pick up a blink, and I'm sure he would have bought the shard if it didn't just go to him right now. So even more free. Actually, your Centaur is now the most farmed hero on the map with that shard
Yep.
gifted to him.
Sven ulti has been used.
For
And they're trying to
what?
find somebody in the top lane, and Spirit Breaker being chased up. This time the Bulldoze is on time, so GPK's coil is removed.
Yeah.
I didn't see what they used the Sven ulti for. They got a tower. They got the bot T1. So not sure if it was just a quick tower. Maybe somebody's around in the top lane, and he can just go back to farming.
I mean, that last Saberlight death was incredibly unlucky if you look at it, because with the Octarine core, Bulldoze has a 9.8 second cooldown, and the duration's 8 seconds. So they literally had a 1.8 second window to catch him there, and they managed to do it.
Seems balanced, yeah.
Yeah, very balanced. That's why Spirit Breaker is so popular, because it's a fun and balanced tier.
Spirit Breaker
As all Dota heroes
almost has more net worth than Arteezy's Sven. I mean, he was already ahead of the Sven earlier on this game, but Arteezy's had a bit of a breather. He can focus on his main game, which is PvE.
But that's not even like a negative thing, right? Like, oh wow, like you're
Not at all.
behind. This hero farm is really fast. Spirit Breaker it is. This hero farms incredibly fast. D pushes everything, and you'll see Saberlight just push out every single lane here and just farm it up using some cool courier tricks as well. And he'll probably stay the same net worth as Sven unless he dies a lot.
Well, let's see what they can do this time. I think they've hit enough creeps for the time being, as Arteezy. God's Strength is available. Flying crit around. Trying to hunt somebody, and Pure. That's a very tanky Centaur, but let's see if they decide to go for it. Sven ulti. All right, here we go. Let's see how much strength he can accumulate. He's not going to get the double edge anybody, and he will die. Fly gets the kill.
Yeah, this Centaur just doesn't have any armor right now, so Sven does shoot through him quite easily, even though you do have a lot of HP. If you're trying to kill him without the Sven there, yeah, no, not happening, right? He's really good against every hero but the Sven, so they need Arteezy every single time they want to try and attempt to kill Pure. And they also need the Centaur to be alone, like that situation as well, because if there is a Glimmer Cape nearby, I would say a Force Staff, but Toronto Tokyo has decided he's going to go more of the carry approach with the Wraith Band and the Dragon Lance in his inventory. He wants to do the damage. He wants to start scaling. Bit of a wild dream, to be honest with you, but maybe it'll be fine.
Yeah, let that sink in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, he's going Force Staff now, but probably just going to go for Pike, which is the best item on Enchantress in the game. Normally, I'd see the Force Staff before the Dragon Lance, unless you're, like, owning on the edge. Maybe he just feels like he's owning. Either way, it doesn't matter that much. Aegis has been reclaimed. BKB is available for Nightfall. And this game is just slowing down to the point where it is starting to favor Shopify Rebellion as this goes into it, because
Yeah, they are kind
I
of
really
far
think
away.
the Spirit Breaker is good.
They are kind of far away right now, and a dire scan perfectly on point. There's only 3 of them down here. GPK finds them, but the jump goes onto the puck first with the ice path laid down. And Fly gets the kill again. As accustomed.
Yeah, you got to get that Ags, you know?
But, you know, BetBoom, they were scouting around. Potentially there's someone here. Oh, suddenly there's 3 guys just knocking me out of play.
Yeah, they just died over there. It's kind of strange for them to lose another core in like the same location to the same hero
Yeah,
side.
not to even talk about, he did finish the Lincolns. They didn't know about the Lincolns, but they were still able to pop everything perfectly so they could connect the stuns. Sven hammer into the Lincolns, he would have gotten out. Saberlight, he's Toronto, Tokyo.
What they even
Takes the
pop
Wisdom
the
Rune away,
Lincolns
and he's out. Bye-bye. Also a DD rune. Hey, let's take that too. Let's
I
pick
mean,
up all the
Shopify
runes.
Rebellion's doing with the rat tactics, honestly. Like, BB team in game number 1, like, they didn't allow them to do any ratting, or at least maybe Rebellion didn't do the ratting well enough in game number 1. I don't know. Either way, this game, they went double Midas, full rat mode, killed a couple cores, and I wouldn't say they're completely back into this game, but they might be. It's getting very close to a situation where if I'm the Terrorblade right now, I don't feel like I'm going to 1v5 the game. And that's because the Spirit Breaker is so farmed. The Sven is finding some purpose in the game. And you're playing versus Zeus, naturally, who's getting really close to that level 20 talent. And that is the talent.
Hence why they're doing something right now and smoking straight towards Rebellion. Arteezy in the front. And he gets the blink out. Valkyr gets the stun on crit. Crit deleted. Just 2 spells required. Coil connecting onto Fly. And he's just going to be another Fly. That's going to be squatted. Smacked down onto the ground. 2 kills for BetBoom.
I guess there's a dragonfly.
Yeah.
Those do exist.
There you have it.
Fair enough. Touche.
But 2 kills, both support still, allows everybody else to get out. And Arteezy didn't pop God Strength nor his BKB. It is a 9-second BKB to remind you. Pure looking for the blind. Blink stun. Good attempt, but Arteezy already on the other side of the tree line.
Where you're down. Saberlight playing a much better hero to play the rat game right now. We saw his Brewmaster try to rat as much as he could, and it didn't really work out. And I think if you're watching this game, I don't know if Shopify Rebellion is going to get the Spirit Breaker again, because with their playstyle, I don't think it's their preferred playstyle. This might be playing versus BetBoom playstyle, you know what I mean? Where you just like kind of lose your lanes and you got to resort to like rat tactics, but the Spirit Breaker is perfect for it.
Oh, absolutely is. It feels even better than like playing IO relocate draft where like you're so afraid to split push and stuff. The Spirit Breaker just seems so much better. He's all over the place, much faster, much more consistent, much more reliable in a way.
One shot.
And he could also join this fight in 6 seconds because Rebellion is marching onto BetBoom turf. They have the vision advantage though. Crit spotted again. Last time he got deleted. This time the Shadow Run comes out. They got the Zeus ulti. They've got vision of BetBoom. And here comes Saberlight. 2-2. Goes for the BKB pop on TV. Jakiro down. Hits nobody with the ice pad. But here comes Arteezy. Slicing away with the ultimate. The God Strength doing a lot of damage onto the TV. But Nightfall's still running away. Again. And can't even sunder. Saberlight with the BKB will prevent him from using it. But Arteezy is down at the same time. And they are going to have to retreat. They got one big one for another. And again, Barathrum is out of there.
Well, I told you, this is fine. Like, you killed the Terrorblade, and as I mentioned before, this Sven doesn't matter. Like, Sven did pretty much nothing in that fight. You jump in, you try to do some damage, but all that damage came from Zeus, it came from Spirit Breaker, the control came from Spirit Breaker. These heroes are going to be an issue, and I don't even think Terrorblade's going to carry this game at this point. I don't think the carries are going to carry this game. I think whoever's going to carry this game, it's going to actually be like the mids and offlaners. Dota's in such a weird spot right now where I feel like carries just have worse items. Like these hard Taros that come out, these Octarine cores on certain heroes. Some OP stuff, man.
And also, like, Pure did the most damage for BetBoom that last fight on a Centaur. So, yeah, your point is absolutely valid. It does feel like the offlaners are the ones that are going to be making this game what it is.
Dota's come a long way where you'd be used to look at it and be like, oh, Sven versus TB. If this game goes late, BB team are going to win, right? But just like
can't look at it that way anymore, yeah.
Both these heroes are kind of irrelevant to this game at this point. Like, whoever can just stay alive the longest and do something for the team. At this point, Sven's just going to be doing stuns. He's the main stunner for the team. And for BB team, can Nightfall get a Sunder off? Can he buy time? Because I don't think he's going to be able to do that much damage in fights because he's gonna get controlled by the Spirit Breaker. Like,
Well, let's see. Round
entire
number
fight.
2 is about to start with a smoke up on Rebellion. They're on the left here. BetBoom hiding in the trees. Their vision is deeper in the jungle, but do they have a cliff ward? Doesn't look like it. And Arteezy, the Lincolns will be popped already. Pretty early on there.
they have to
Can't
Roche
really-
now during this God Strength.
They got to absolutely use this for something. And Roche is going to be the call. BetBoom know about this. They can't play around their own vision. They're going to have to enter Rebellion's side.
Oh no,
Let's
they're
see who goes
choosing.
in
They got to
first.
fight then. They don't have
Fly's
enough
going to
time.
die really quickly outside of this Roche pit as he's being targeted, left all by himself. He does get away with the Glimmer Cape. No vision, no detection. And he's out. Saberlight with the BKB, fighting against Nightfall, down to half HP. And here
He's
comes
solo
Nightfall with his
TV.
own as well. And they're just going away. Arteezy's disengaging. Fly is already down. The Roche pit left for BetBoom to take. And that fight's it. Rebellion, they're just going to tap out and leave.
Oh, Pure found Arteezy. But Arteezy does have a Silver Edge. No detection. Or detection's on the way. No way. He got him with the dust.
Oh, there
actually.
we go. The BKB TP out. Yeah, he's got to be able to remove himself from the area. But Nightfall's in the Roche pit, finishing him off. So HSNG is going for BetBoom.
Not bad, not bad. I don't know if you saw that fight, but Saberlight is stronger than Terrorblade 1v1 right now.
Yeah.
I'm not even trolling you.
Yep, he did
Nightfall is
1,800
hit.
damage that fight.
Under attack.
Nightfall was just sitting there hitting them with meta on, and then just like started walking away. It's like, what do I do in this situation? This guy is actually stronger than me in Metamorphosis.
It's just
The world we live
the
in.
Rebellion damage that they dealt that last team fight was a bit appalling. It's not a lot that they dealt here. Another BKB used by Saberlight on the save. 1v1. Last time he got killed for trying this one, but now he will take it.
Radiant's top tower
And he is also going to leave victorious. 5-1-3 now on this Spirit Breaker.
And
Everybody
I've
has
heard
died.
Saberlight's going to the gym lately.
Yeah.
Starting to show. His
Lifting.
muscles are coming in. At the beginning of the game, you know, he's getting bullied a bit, but now he's kind of jacked up now.
Yeah, maybe
He's
like
going to start doing the bullying.
what Kezu would say. Maybe his dad's a
Radiant's top
mover.
tower is under attack.
Voice line makes no sense to me. Well, his delivery is so good.
It's so good.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Like, if your dad was a mover, why does that make you carry the game?
Because he's strong, you know. I've worked at a moving company when I was a teenager.
But why wouldn't you just be the mover then? Are you a mover? It's
I mean,
funny when you talk about people's dads, though.
Yeah,
Dad
it's a
joke.
dad joke. But it's always like, you know, like it's a pickup line. It's not a dad joke. It's a pickup line.
Okay. Like moving pickup, got it.
Well, Rebellion is really, well,
Yeah.
I say fighting for their lives, but really made this game a game now. What looked a bit hard to kind of turn around has looked like this game's been completely open for at least 10 minutes now. Rebellion's heroes looking super scary. Spirit Breaker is almost first in net worth. It's just that absurd.
It's
You've got
absolutely
a guy
insane.
with 450 last hits on Arteezy, and he jumped them and deleted. Good night, Arteezy.
He's got by.
BetBoom just marching straight to the high ground. He's got no god strength for 60 seconds either.
He's not
so
the real
he's-
carry anyway. The real carry
I
is
know.
in the top lane right now.
Yeah, we're waiting for Saber Chat to come back and save the base. But BetBoom working their way through as that glyph is going to run out. Here. Away with that Kurt's crown on top of him. Fly moving out as well with Glimmer Cape pop on himself. Another glyph used. 60 seconds for Arteezy to return. And here's Saberlight with an extra 1800 HP. Is going to get Yules up into the air, so that is instantly removed. That's
He's
the most
dead.
powerful Yules you've seen in a while, because it leads to his death.
Yeah,
Just like
the
that.
techies, man. He bought Blink Yules just to deal with Saberlight, and guess what? It worked.
Radiant's top
Now
Use
he's got to
Yules.
buy back.
You use Yules to remove a shield effect, and you just did 1800 damage with that. That's just how powerful that Yules was.
I mean, Toronto Tokyo also, he's chomping now. He's doing some serious damage. And they just don't want to buy back Arteezy. They're going to decide.
they just got god strength up, and they're pretty much in shambles in the base right now. So I don't know if they could have done anything with his buyback. But still, that is true. They're not bringing him back up. They're going to wait for him to return the old-fashioned way. as 2 lanes of ranks have been secured by BetBoom.
I think if you do want to buy back, or if you don't want to buy back there, rather, then maybe Saberlight should have just never came back. Because that costed him a buyback,
Yeah, that
and they
cost his
still
buyback. That is true.
lost the barracks anyway. Oh, Mega Creeps, they die in one charge too, by the way.
Yeah. But I think that also comes back to, like, maybe Saberlight made his own decision of just buying back because he's seen how strong he is. He's seen how much farm he has, how much impact he's had this last 10 minutes. I guess you could put it that way. You know, power fantasy buyback.
Okay.
You get to do much with it, though,
I
unfortunately.
mean, he had to buy back, him or Sven, but because the lanes need to be pushed out. If they're both dead, they're just going to walk top and end the game, right? So there's someone had to buy back to be, just to show them that, you know, we do have buybacks. You can't take our whole base. And Saberlight decided to do that. And I think that's true as well, because God's Strength was down, and RTZ can't really push the lanes out the same way Saberlight can. Not even close.
BetBoom looking to be the executioners now for Shopify Rebellion. 5-man smoke up from the river and try to hunt anybody they can to get a ticket towards the high ground. The lane is already pushing with the TV illusions. It's right next to the base, so if they get a kill here, that's going to be their entree. Here, Aegis is popped, looking for the blink stun, and the Yule's cancel is there by Save. Another Yule's popped by the Willow this time, but he falls to his death. GPK for the kill, and the rest of Rebellion instantly push that top wave out.
Yeah, Nightfall will just shove it out a little bit. Not exactly the kill they wanted. I think they want to kill the Spearbreaker, because if Spearbreaker dies, I think there's nothing stopping them from just getting Megas, or even potentially throning. Losing a hero that's your highest net worth at this stage of the game, not only highest net worth, it's like, it's not dead worth, right? Spearbreaker with the farm does a lot, so if they can kill him and know for sure he's out of the game, that'll be big.
Gold to impact ratio, but Nightfall spotted. Surprise, Nightfall. Kelsey have Saberlight on top of him. He does, but the BKB's already popped, so no Sunder available. But those targets, they're running away right now. And a beautiful stun from Pure in the backline onto 3. Saberlight's going to be dropping in a matter of seconds with Save, jumping on top of it with the blast off, and Rebellion. Good night this series. It's all BetBoom for you.
Very, very clean series here for BetBoom. And if you're a Shopify Rebellion fan, you got to be a little concerned now. They're looking like they're the bottom of the pack of this group. They drew Thunder Awaken, which was the other team that is struggling.